So it started out with me, with us coming to work with the Jesus Trail on the Fauzi Inn, and through that we needed to, go and experience the trail so we could tell other people about it, so we could orient people to the trail. So I actually hadn't hiked much before I came here, mostly in the Skyline Drive above the Shenandoah Valley where I live, which isn't too extensive. It wasn't like a 4-day hike or anything like that. Never done that before. But yeah, it's definitely beautiful in the Skyline Drive. It's just not as green yet. I'm waiting for it to be green. It's very dry this time of year and things are brown. But I do love the elevation changes and stuff, just like on the Skyline Drive, where you can get up to these high points and see forever, all the way out to the Sea of Galilee, all the way over to back to Nazareth. I mean, the highlight for me was, I love high places, so whenever we got up to the highest places to see out forever, that was what I loved best. The Horns of Hattin, the Cliffs of Arbel. We are climbing down, pretty straight down this side of the cliff, and then we found this castle that was built up in the side where you can climb up in and kind of imagine, I don't know, really old days of people were trying to defend themselves up there in these cliffs and overlooking the sea. It was fabulous. I'm not as tough as I thought. At the end of each day I would be kind of tired, ready for a rest. I had these shoes that I was wearing the first 2 days, which were pretty awful, where I could feel about every rock that I stepped on. So by the end of the day, my feet were just aching and I didn't want to keep walking. So I learned about that. I loved seeing some different animals that I hadn't seen or even expected to see. When we were up on the Horns of Hattin, we were getting ready to descend, and Betsy said, "Look over there, what was that? It looked like a groundhog jumping off the rocks." And so I was like, well, hold up, I'm gonna run over there and see. So I ran around the rocks and I saw all these little cute animals that were jumping on the rocks. Yeah, they were awesome. Found out later that they're called hyrax. At the time, we just called them jumping groundhogs. God creates awesome animals in the world. I love seeing them wherever I go. There was this one time where we were walking along, and we were like, there should be water here. It says on the map that there should be water, and so we were like, well, we don't see it. We'll probably be all right. We knew that the next stop was coming soon. But just as we kind of got past that point, a truck drives past, and we were like, and he hits the brakes, puts it in reverse, and comes back, and he's like, "Hey, how you guys doing? You need some water?" I was like, what? Sure. And so he brings out these this really cold, these 2 bottles of water that he had sitting in his truck, and they're ice cold, and he pours the one into the other so it's full, and hands it out the window to us. It's really funny because it's so close to that. It's like an angel or something bringing us water. It was neat to go through different people groups, thinking about Jesus walking through different kinds of people as well, meeting them along the way. We came to a spot where it was really, it reminded us of the Bible because it was kind of like nothing was around. You couldn't see power lines, you couldn't see even hardly any houses, but yeah, it was just neat. There's just this track that goes through the wilderness, and you see a couple of cows here and there, but you can really imagine Jesus actually doing the same thing with his disciples, walking up to the Sea of Galilee. Just make sure you have really good shoes. It's really important to know the different places to get water along the way. We missed about 2 spots where we should have gotten water and we didn't, so we ended up pulling out of a sketchy stream at one point along the way. So don't do that. We also didn't get the earliest start, so it might be better to start a little earlier in the morning so it's when it's cooler.